honestly, like, I don't even know how to like act in front of camera anymore. But I'm back. Hi guys, welcome back to Wigs and Wisdom. Um, I feel like it's only right to like do like a quick life update, like what happened, because I was technically like off YouTube and like honestly like Wigs and Wisdom like as a whole for like a good like a year and a half, if we're being honest. I mean, like, I was still trying to be a little bit consistent, like not consistent, no, that's not the word. I was trying to be like a little like, you know, post here and there on like Instagram, but it was not the same. But so like I said, life update, what have I really been up to, why did I go off YouTube or Wigs and Wisdom as a whole for a whole like year and a half. Let's get right into it. I started last March. I was in undergrad, so I was like trying to get my bachelor's, and I don't know, like it really wasn't like school that made me like stop posting. But I feel like at some point it was also like, okay, school like did have a little bit of like a part to play. For one, I would say like I really wasn't like in a posting like mood, or like I didn't have the vibe or like the interest, you know. There was just no like interest to ever like post. I mean, like, I'm like, again, I'm not much of like this whole like camera thing, this is not really my personality, or if I'm being honest. But like I just didn't even have any like vibe, any like, yeah, it was just not it. Like I just did not want to post out. Like there was no like ginger, if that's the word.
Vibes no dey again, no vibe. One single vibe no dey my body again. Vibe don't quench.
I even like forgot. I think I even lost like the YouTube like password at some point as well. Like, you know, so that's how like I just was just kind of like not even there, or like it was like a thing of just like I had no interest, if that's the word. There were a few times where I actually attempted to like record a video. I would actually like sit down, record and everything, and then I'm like, okay, time to post, and then it's like this doesn't feel right. So then I'll be like, okay, maybe the time is just not right. Okay, I'll wait for the right time. Then I go back to the video, like, you know, eventually I just had to do the video because I was like, it's never gonna get posted, and that's what it is, like, you know. So again, like I said, like there's just not one right thing that like kind of like sort of like made me not post, if that makes sense. It was just a variety of things, right? And so like in between like last year to like just last year, I think one of the things that God really wanted to teach me, and like part of the reason why, you know, like I was also off like, you know, Instagram, everything for a while, was because God was trying to teach me to be still. I guess maybe not using the word be still is like probably not the right word to use, but for lack of better words, just to like be, to just exist. You know, like sometimes you get to a point where you start to like attach your identity to certain things, to things that you're doing. So you're used to being like Anu the student, you're used to being Anu the worship leader. I'm not worship leader, but I'm just using like examples, right, where you've kind of like sort of attached yourself. But it's like outside of all these things, who are you? Like, who's God to you, right? You know, that kind of thing. Like, so it was really a time of just like learning to be with God, and it was a really time of just like learning and growing and understanding myself as a, like, you know, outside of all these like identities. When I finally understood how like what God was doing in that season, I was able to now enjoy it better. I was able to really just like be in that season and be like, okay, this is what God wants me to do, and I'm going to dive into this thing and really, really enjoy it. It's like it was a very much needed like break for me personally. So what have I like been doing? So like I said, I graduated, okay, I didn't say that, but I graduated from college, so I'm finally a degreed babe. So I graduated with a BS in biochemistry. Yeah, it's been a year, but yeah, I graduated. What else did I do? Honestly, I went right after graduation. I went on a trip with my friends. It was great. It was awesome. Mexico. I went to Mexico. What else did I do? You know, little enjoyments over here. Then I also went to Nigeria. So this Nigeria trip that I went on, so I went to the UK as well, actually, last year, and okay, this year as well. But I went to the UK for like a week in December, and then from the UK I was supposed to go to Nigeria and spend like a month, because you know December, like December things, right? So why not? So I was supposed to return to the US in January. When I tell you that I ended up in Nigeria till May, I'm not even joking. I just kept extending my stay for different reasons, and so I ended up staying in Nigeria for like a whole 6 months. It was actually a very nice time. Well, I guess if you look aside like certain things that happened, but like I'm saying, like the trip as a whole, it was quite a nice time. I did have a great time. I was learning things as a whole. I also was able to meet like a couple of people that I felt like were really amazing. And just, you know, I feel like now it's like when you always like, you know, like I don't know the word, but I've always had a burden for Nigeria. Like always had a burden for this country, because like, and I think every Nigerian sort of has this certain level of burden where you're just kind of like, I really want to see this country like become better and just really like be all it could be. But it's like being there for like 6 months was actually great, because now it's like your burden is now kind of like substantial. Let me not say, I feel like substantial is not the word, but you get what I'm saying, like it's kind of almost concrete, because you've lived as a Nigerian for like a little bit, and so you kind of like is deeper now, like you can really understand what's going on. Again, thank you all for sticking with us this last 1.5 years of like no content, nothing, just disappearance, and then just suddenly seeing someone back on your timeline like, this girl exists. So yeah, but anyway, like I said, we're back, and hopefully we're back for like bigger and better things. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.